The cost of IT in business can be staggering. From hardware and software expenses to services like internet and phone, you don't need to spend a fortune on IT to succeed. If your organization spends more than $500 monthly on any service, or you're considering signing a long-term contract, IT Enabled can help you manage your technology and minimize your costs. Contact us today to schedule a free consultation. IT Enabled, we're here to help.
Well, Erin, we're glad to have you back on the podcast. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. So for those that are tuning in, why don't you give a little bit of background history on yourself, and then we'll jump into the museum.
Sure. So I came to East Texas. I grew up in Houston, and I came to East Texas in 2004 when I went to college at SFA. Mm-hmm. And I met my husband there, and we eventually settled in Lufkin after he and I both graduated. We loved the area. We didn't want to deal with the traffic in Houston or Dallas. And so I've been a teacher here for almost 15 years, about 14 and a half years. And it's just been a really exciting thing. I've gotten more and more involved in the arts over that period of time. Lots of theater and all sorts of stuff.
And then how long have you been at the museum?
Right at 2.5 years now. So I started in December of 2023, and I've been there ever since.
That's very cool. So for people who may not know, and it still blows my mind how often I run across people who have never been to the museum, tell us about the museum. So if you haven't been there, tell us what it is and kind of some of the things that you offer.
Sure. So one of the coolest things I like to start every conversation with is, did you know that we have a dinosaur museum here in Lufkin? And so the Naranjo Museum of Natural History is a natural history museum, but we have a really impressive fossil collection. So we have everything from the beginning of time all the way through human history. We have a great relationship with NASA. We have one of the largest moon rocks on display. Because we have such a good relationship with them since we're close to the Space Coast. The museum was created by Dr. Neil Naranjo and his wife, Marianne, and 2012 is when they opened. So we've almost been here for 15 years.
That's hard to believe.
Time has flown, and it started as a small but impressive personal collection, and it has grown into so much more. And now as Dr. Neil and Mary Ann are getting up there in years, they're really starting to look at what the future is for us. And that's kind of what we've seen over the last few years is we're creating legacy for them and building the museum to be an even larger organization as we move forward.
Do you think he ever pictured it being this big when it first started?
You know, I had actually thought about that the other day, and I don't think that anyone really saw how big it could be when it first started. Mm-hmm. This was he wanted a place to be able to have his collection, enjoy it, go in and work on the things that he's passionate about. And I think that the board, as well as he and Marianne, have really seen what it can be, what it's going to be as we've progress through some of that, like with our educational programming. I don't think anyone really saw that.
Well, I love the fact that, the story that Marianne told him, you have to get this off the dining room table.
That was what I was going to ask.
You have to do something with this.
Yes, so all of this, it's hard to imagine that all of this was at one point in their house.
That's crazy.
It
Can
took
you
over.
Imagine? It's like going through None at the Museum inside someone's home.
That's it. I don't know how you'd cook in the kitchen when you've got dinosaur bones all over. But yeah, she was like, "You got to get this out. It's got to have a place."
That is awesome.
That's so cool. So I was kind of late to the museum. It had been open for a few years when I had gone for the first time, and I knew that there were going to be dinosaur, bones in there, that there were going to be fossils, but I didn't know how much. So give people who may not have been like a little sneak peek. What all is in there? I mean, there are some really impressive collections that are in there that people can come and see.
I think that I could talk for days just about one single area, but just to give it the briefest overview, we have 10 dinosaur fossils, and they are between 80 and 100% complete. Our most important artifact in the museum is Marianne hadrosaur, and this is a dinosaur fossil that was found articulated. That means that it was put together already in the ground. And it also came with fossilized dinosaur skin, which is incredibly rare. So to have something like that here in East Texas is almost unbelievable. On top of that, we've got all of these human artifacts, really incredible human artifacts from all over the world. A gem vault full of gems, Confederate money, lots of things, lots of Native American artifacts that are truly one of a kind. You can't see them anywhere else on Earth. And then to sort of top that off, if that wasn't amazing enough, having a moon rock from NASA, from the Apollo 14 mission, is just incredible.
Yeah. To see a piece of the moon like right there, that's pretty awesome. And there are also some. Is there a T-Rex there that I remember? Or is it what's the kind of the larger collection you have there in the middle?
So we call him Bubba.
Bubba, that's
Bubba
right.
Rex. He's
Bubba
the
Rex.
king of East Texas.
Yes.
He is one of the most famous T-Rex skeletons that's ever been found. So he's a replica of Stan the T-Rex, and there are, I can count on one hand how many there are around. So we're very lucky to have Bubba / Stan.
To be able to see that in Lufkin, I mean,
right.
to scale, right? I mean, this is the real size
That's
of what
the
this
real
was.
deal.
That's what it would have been like to look up at that. That's an incredible thing, and that surprised me a lot when I went in there. I wasn't expecting. I was like, okay, there'll probably be some smaller, fossils or the fossils that are in the rocks and things like that. It's kind of what I expected, but it's an impressive, very, very impressive exhibit.
We know y'all are busy all the time. How many visitors do you think you have a year?
So that's one of the most exciting things that I can talk about, because I like hard data because it really helps tell the story. So when I started about 2 years ago, we had maybe 12,000 coming through, and we had somewhere around 60 to 70 active memberships. That was around 2023, 2024. When we opened the playground, that's been our big expansion. We're expanding in several phases, and so finishing up phase 1, which is the playground, we opened November of 2025, and in that time, we went from about 12,000 people a year. At the end of 2025, we'd had a little over 16,000.
Wow, that's great.
And we went from about 86 active memberships at the beginning of 2025 to over 300.
That's awesome, Erin.
So
That's
it's
great.
Yeah.
So tell us about the playground, because I have a 12-year-old and she was the tour guide, I think, for you for a while, because any friend that would come, she's like, we're going to the Dino Museum. And then just recently we were on our way to Houston and she goes, whoa, Mama, look at that. And I was like, well, we can go to that at 12 years old. Let's go to the playground. So tell us about
it's made for all ages. We have adults going down the slides. This was truly Marianne's vision for Lufkin. One need that she saw was there weren't a lot of safe parks that we have, and I know that we're working on the parks, but we wanted to create a fenced, safe place for families to come, somewhere where we were able to manage the grounds. It'll be clean, well maintained, those things, for kids to play. That's really what we're calling edutainment. We want you to be educated, but we also want you to come and have fun. You can have fun at a museum. It's more than just a dusty place to look at old things. There's something for everybody there.
That's awesome. Well, we know that you help them really connect with science. And how do y'all do that?
We've got a lot of different ways. Again, we really want to get people of all ages in. So we offer guided tours. We get a lot of school tours. We have about 2,000 school students a year come through the museum for guided tours. We have trained tour guides to help talk about the artifacts. Of course, we have the playground for younger kids, and we have several areas where they can touch fossils and other things. One of our newest initiatives is Homeschool Hop. So that's coming March 2nd for Lufkin, and this is a collaborative initiative with all of the Lufkin cultural sites. So we want to bring more people in, and this is something that adults can enjoy, children can enjoy. We have activities, guided tours, playground time, and we even bring out some fossils from the back collection that people can touch.
That's great.
It's really cool. Kind of interactive things
Yes.
that you can do. And there's a lot of interactive stuff there as well. So there are things that you can do and touch, and I like how you said education, or what did you say? How did you call it?
Edutainment.
Edutainment.
A little education, a little bit of entertainment.
I
We're
like
here. We're here for all of that.
So you've been doing a lot lately. So the playground and kind of phases, and what's next? Kind of what's on the horizon, and what are the plans kind of going forward with the museum?
So we are, like I said, we've been working on an expansion. This is going to be years. We've spent years dreaming it up, and the next phase is bringing two-story buildings. One of those buildings is going to be our dinosaur lab space. This is going to be how we get graduate students, other scholars to come in, help clean bones. We want to be able to manufacture we want to be able to take some of our original fossils and create sculptures of them and then send them to other museums. Wow. So that's going to be something that helps support the museum as we move forward. And we also want, Angelina College and SFA and UT to send us students so that they can study here. This is a working museum, so that we can partner with the colleges to offer that. The other building is going to be our traveling exhibits. So we're seeing, we're in such a great location, Lufkin. We're sandwiched between Dallas and Houston and even Austin. And this is going to give us an opportunity to get Smithsonian exhibits here to Lufkin. We have a lot of visitors who may never leave East Texas. So it's so much better for us to be able to bring these things to them, because they may not ever be able to see it otherwise.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Now, did I dream up that y'all were doing an amphitheater at some point?
That's going to be farther in the future.
Okay.
So we are working towards another building on the museum property.
Okay.
That'll have a planetarium with all of those things, so that we can, again, bring in even more educational
That's fantastic.
things for East Texas.
What a fun job to go to every single day.
I mean,
it's like not working.
Yeah, who else in the city gets to walk in and see a giant dinosaur and say good morning to it every day?
That's right. That's right. I bet your kids love it.
They do. Of course, they're biased. The playground is their favorite thing right now.
Sure, sure. Well, what do you think the next generation, what is your hope for the next generation?
My hope is to see the community realize that this museum is for everybody here, that it's not just a once a year or once a lifetime visit. This is something you can come and experience daily, and your children and your children's children will be able to enjoy these things. It's part of making Lufkin even better. I think Lufkin's a great place to live, and I tell people Lufkin for me is a choice. I love to be here with my family, and there's so much to do. So we want to just amp that up for everyone else.
That's great.
So I'm a big fan of museum memberships, art gallery memberships. What's included in your membership? Why should people become a member of the museum?
So we've got three levels, and we just revamped the whole thing to clean it up and make more sense, because we hadn't touched it, I think, in almost 15 years. Sure. So we've got an individual membership for $25. That gets you access to the museum, special events, things like that. And we're constantly doing special museum member events. The biggest one, the best bang for your buck, is the $50 family membership. It covers 2 adults and up to 4 children. And you get access to the grounds, the playground, early sign up, and discounts for our summer camps, all sorts of things like that. So, and then we've got a VIP membership for $150 that gets you all of that, and then some extra special perks. We've got some fun stuff planned that'll be coming out later this year.
That's great. Well, we're so proud to have it in Lufkin, and so proud to be able to support the museum, and congratulations on watching this vision become a reality. It's great.
Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate you joining us on the podcast. Where can people find you if they want to become a member, if they want to come visit the museum or learn more about it?
Check out our brand new website. We just had our website redone. It's easy to navigate now, but you can call the museum at 936-639-3466, or you can visit us at www.naranjomuseum.org.
Perfect. Thanks, Erin.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to the podcast again this week. We appreciate your support, and we will see you next week.